This is a video tutorial on how to use Camtasia Studio. You can use this program to create narrated slideshows as well as editing videos. To begin, first open Camtasia. A new document will appear allowing you to create your own slideshow. If you don't have a blank document, then click on File and New Project to begin. Before beginning your work, click on File and Save As. Save your project as your last name and unit. For example, Smith_Unit 5. Your project should begin with a title slide describing it. These can be found under Library, Themes. When you find a title slide you want to use, right-click it, then select Add to Timeline at Playhead. You can also manually drag it to your timeline at the bottom of the screen. A pop-up box will appear asking you what size dimension you'd like for your video. Since your video will be posted to YouTube, you should choose 1280 by 720. You can edit the title slide by changing the font, size, and color. You could even choose to use a graphic for your background. After you're finished editing your title slide, then you need to add media to your project. Everything that you import into Camtasia is stored in the clip bin for your current project. To import media, find the button near the top of Camtasia that says Import Media. From here, you can select items individually or multiply by holding down Control and clicking on your items. After importing graphics into the clip bin, you can click and drag them onto the timeline. It's best to click and drag based on the order you want your pictures to appear to save time. If you make a mistake, you can always click on a graphic and drag it to the desired location. Clips you no longer want in your slideshow can be deleted easily. Select that clip by clicking on it, then right-click on the slide and choose to delete the image. To extend the amount of time a graphic is on your slideshow, highlight over the edge of the slide and click and drag it to the length of your desire. You can record your audio right in Camtasia by selecting Tools, then Voice Narration, or by choosing Voice Narration on the toolbar. As you are recording your audio from your script, it will appear on a different timeline than your images. If you recorded audio in a different program, which is not recommended, you can import it into Camtasia into the clip bin. After you import the audio, you can click and drag it onto the timeline. When recording your audio, it is easiest to control your volume levels by using the Audio Setup Wizard. After clicking on Voice Narration, then click on Audio Setup Wizard. A window will appear for you to begin the setup process. Make sure to click Microphone option because typically you will use an external microphone because they produce better audio. After clicking Next, you will move to a new page. Here you'll click Audio Adjust Volume, where you will read some text once the countdown runs out. The wizard will let you know when it is done reading your voice and automatically adjusting the audio levels. To edit the audio, click on the audio track and select Edit Audio from the menu that appears. After choosing that option, several options appear in the white space that allows you to edit the audio. To make things easier on yourself, just use the editing tools on the bottom to fade in or out or adjust the volume, and ignore the global settings on the top. After you import the videos into your clip bin, you can left-click and drag them onto the timeline near the bottom of Camtasia. The video and its audio will be one item on the track, so you must adjust the audio if you have other audio playing at that time. To cut or trim your video, click and drag the marker to the area you want to remove. Then click and drag either the green or red square in the direction you want to remove. The highlighted area will be the space that is cut from the video. Once the area is highlighted, right-click over the gray market and choose Cut or use the Cut button. To split your video in half, click and drag the marker to the area you want to split, then click the Split button. With this option, you can put images in between the videos you've split. Add text in ready-made shapes like arrows, rectangles, and speech bubbles to visually communicate information. To use a callout, click and drag the marker to the area you want the callout to be placed. Then left-click the callout buttons above the timeline. The callout options will appear in the white window where you can edit your video. Click on Add Callout to add it to your timeline. To see different pre-formatted options, you can click on the down arrow. You can edit the callout both in the white space and on your video screen. Once you place the callout, you can still move it to a new location by clicking the callout on your timeline and dragging it to a new spot. Add a visual effect between clips to indicate the passage of time, a change in location, or to create a smooth flow between clips. To use a transition, click the Transitions button. Then, click a transition and drag it between two clips to include it in the final video. If you want to view the transition before selecting it, double-click a transition and click play to see an example. These are just some of the main tools that you'll need while using Camtasia Studio. Make sure to give yourself plenty of time to explore before completing your assignment. You could learn lots of other options. Good luck!